Hello and welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to use the Fancy Decor and Burin HUD Builder version 2. This works the same way as the previous version, but instead of heavy scripts and note cards going into the object, we've moved them into the HUD. For those of you familiar with version 1, you can use this reference for the new setup. The way the website works hasn't changed. For those of you new to the system, keep watching. The first thing we're going to do is make our HUD. And to make our HUD, it's basically just going to be a prim. You can design it however you want. The HUD should be built of buttons that are linked to prim. So I'm going to go ahead and make 2 buttons here. Let me change the texture so we can see them a little bit better. So I'm going to make 2 texture options for this chair today. We're going to give them unique names. So this one we're going to call it blue. And this one we're going to call it green. And we're going to link those to our HUD, with the HUD being the root prim. Inside the HUD, we're going to drop the Burin HUD script. It goes right into the contents of our HUD. And inside the chair, we're going to drop the object script. Now, the perms on all of the scripts we're using today need to be set to copy or transfer, but it can't be both. Okay, and next we're going to move on to the website. This is where we're going to build our note cards and buttons. So the first thing we're going to do is check whether you want the HUD to be owner only or not. In this case, we're going to go ahead and make it owner only. The channel here is going to be random. You can click randomize to get a new random channel. And here we have our first button. Now for our button name here, it needs to be exactly the same name that we had on our HUD. So first we're going to do our blue button, and we named it blue, all lowercase. So on our button here, we're going to name it blue, all lowercase. Each button has steps, and a step is basically something you're telling this button to do. In our case, for the chair, we're only going to have one step because the texture we're changing is only one face. But say you had some mesh that had 3 faces that needed to be changed blue, you would have 3 different steps, and you would add steps here. Here, we can adjust the target of what's going to be textured. We have this, which is going to be whatever part the script is in. We have root, which will be the root object, the root prim. All, which will be all linked objects, and then link number, where you can pick a link number. Face, you're going to be able to select a face, and I actually don't know what face we're doing here, so let's find out. You just right-click Edit, select Face, click on the face you want to texture, and it'll be right here. So faces 0. So we're going to be doing face 0, and it's already set there. So face number 0, and then our diffuse. Go in, find our diffuse here. We're doing blue, so I'm going to copy, right-click and copy asset UUID. Go here, paste. For our normal map, I'm going to go here, find our normal map, right-click, asset UUID, paste. I'm not doing a specular map on this one, but if you had a specular map, you'd put it here, and you would adjust the glossiness and environment right here with these sliders. Now for PBR, we're going to add our UUID for the PBR material. So here we have this, copy asset UUID, and paste. Now, if you wanted to change something within the PBR material, you would simply open it up in Second Life, make your adjustments here, save as, and I would do like blue 2, and you would use that UUID. And now for our next button, I'm going to go ahead and minimize blue. I'm going to click Add button, and we're going to make our green button, named exactly the same as the green button on our HUD. And again, we're going to change it to face number 0. We're going to get our green diffuse here. Our normal map. No specular. And our PBR. Now, if there's anything that you don't want to change on the chair, and anything you leave blank, it won't mess with. It won't do anything to. So you can go ahead and do that if you want. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and put the normal map on. for PBR, if you want it to remove a PBR material, you can get rid of this and put none. And none means it takes off the PBR material. So if you wanted a blend pong only option, you could do that. Okay, now that we have both of our buttons, we are going to scroll down at the bottom here, and we have two text boxes. We have our texture buttons and our texture HUD. Let's go ahead and copy the texture buttons. We're going to open up texture buttons and paste that in, save, and put it in our HUD. Now for every texture buttons note card, you need a memory script to go with it. So we're going to drag a memory script in as well. For HUDs that have a lot of buttons, you might have more than one texture buttons note card. The website will tell you. It'll divide it up into note cards for you. And you will name them appropriately. So texture buttons 2, texture buttons 3. And for each texture buttons, you need a memory script to go with it. Now for a chair, we're going to do the same thing. Go to our website. We're going to copy the texture HUD note card. We're going to find our texture HUD note card and paste it in there, save, and drag that into the chair. And we need to activate our script. So we're going to drag the Burin license note card in. And once you drag that in, it activates the script and it will automatically delete the note card out of the contents. If that doesn't happen, that means your script is already activated. You only need to activate it once. So you can, if you drag in your Burin license script and you don't need to, you just delete it. And now we can give it a test. There we go. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching.